Hey, caregiver, behind every professional business owner, there is a very personal story. And today we're going to sit down with Susie Marsh and find out her journey to becoming a professional organizer and a business owner. She also shares tips and tricks that you don't want to miss. This is an amazing conversation. I had so much fun with this. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy this last interview with just Susie Marsh. The organizations mentioned in this interview can all be found through publicly available information. I want to talk about your work in your organization because you have been sharing little tidbits. I could never list everything, in a regular video of your experience. But before I want to do that, I want to talk a little bit about how much I love your logo. Because if you look at Susie's logo, the O in the logo for organization is a life ring. And something that came to mind, and I wanted to just say this because I love the life ring in your logo, because so many people are drowning in their stuff. They aren't living. They are accommodating things. They're not accommodating their life. They're not living their full life, their full life potential. And like you said, 40% of your time is wasted because of tchotchkes and clutter that you don't need. And so I'm going to now give you the complete floor of just tell us about you and your organization, your company, how we can find you, and please just share.
Okay. So I started Susie's Organization Solutions in 2007. I got trained by a couple of organizers in the area that were also NAPO members, and they mentored me. They got me going in the industry, learning about, how to do moves and how to do packing jobs and how to just work with different populations and things. And then I found out about the Institute for Challenging Disorganization. I realized that was my people, because they are all very like-minded like me. So I essentially worked side by side, started my business the last 6 years of working at an agency that I worked with the developmental and intellectually disabled population in Kent County. So I pretty much overseen a big budget for the county, for Kent County, essentially. But I could see the writing was on the wall that the funding was really, really variable, and they were moving positions and whole teams over to the county. They offered me the position. I said no, I didn't want it, because I already had my organizing business going. And as a social worker, paperwork kills you. It just pummels you. And I'd had enough. I'd worked there 24 years. I said, I'm done. So I did my professional organizing business. I got it running, for those 6 years, and I hit the ground running. My uncle passed away that same year, like within a few days. He had told me you need to go to the hospital the day I left my job, social work job. I believe in, I'm not going to talk a lot of religion here, but I have a spirituality, and I believe that things happen for a reason, and there's a big plan out there that maybe I don't know about. But I think it put me in that position to be able to handle his estate. The same thing happened with my aunt recently. I had my own health issues, so it slowed me down, and so I could focus on her and do everything I needed to with her. So I just think the universe is working in ways that we don't have an understanding of, but it happens.
God does things for a reason.
God does things for a reason. And So anyways, so I jumped in full on, and, I connect through all my social work connections. I'm located in Wayland, Michigan. If anybody knows where the Gun Lake Casino is, I am not too far from there. I'm in the beautiful Gun Lake area. We moved out there.
You can show the map if you want to, since we live in a great.
Yeah. So we're over here, right there. So
she gets lots of snow and lots of great storms.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The storms have been horrible.
Yes.
So I am halfway between Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo. So I work all along the lake shore, and from Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo mostly, and sometimes over to Battle Creek, Lansing. But I tend to refer my clients out to other organizers that are the other direction. So the east side of the state, I tap into my NAPO Michigan people over there. I use the other organizers over here that are part of NAPO as well. And I mentored a lot of them into the industry, and they're just fabulous. And they become my team because I do not have employees. I don't have independent contractors. We work side by side. We all have our own contracts. We all have our own liability insurance. And that's the main thing to remember is when you're hiring somebody, make sure they have insurance. Make sure they have the background. You can find them on their website, their information. They're easy to contact. They get back to you, and that they have the training that you're looking for. Because during COVID, a lot of people popped up and said, "Oh, we're professional organizers." They may be good at organizing, but they may not have an understanding of when you go into a home and you're working with the person's brain and not their own conceived ideas on how it should look. So I get clients that come around to me because they've had bad experiences. So I'd say if you can, go to NAPO and look for the organizers that have put the emphasis on education and ethics and providing quality services. I'm just going to put that plug in there. I am the president of NAPO Michigan right now. I just came into that position. And so I have that responsibility to make sure that people understand that there are good organizers and there's bad organizers out there. And you want to just do your research on that. As far as me, my focus, I love working with older adults. I love working with people that have neurodiversity, such as ADD. I love doing pantries. I love closets. I just love them. And I love to make things functional for people. That's where I get excited. If you look on my website, you see a lot of after pictures because I forget to do before pictures. And this has been ongoing for years. I just get so excited about the project when I go in that I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just not. It's not until we get to the end process that I'm taking pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh. And of course, my client agreement has everybody's okay signatures, and they sign off on whether or not I can use their pictures and things like that. So I'm very specific because I've worked in this so long, and I've worked in all kinds of environments and hazardous environments and all kinds of things. I was on the Grand Rapids Hoarding Task Force for 5 years. So I've worked hands-on in that. I was on the Hoarders TV show 2 different times, working on a team that had a lot of NAPO Michigan organizers. So I learned a lot there.
That's another video, believe me.
Yes, hoarding is another topic. If you guys want me to come back and talk about that, because that is a whole nother topic, believe me.
Yes.
But I love it. I hope I got a few good years in me left. Like I said, I've had some health challenges, but I feel good, and I've been back working for several months, and I'm just providing as much services as I can and resources to everybody. And if I can't do it, then I have my other organizers because I get pretty full.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, looking at your picture, you wear a Tyvek suit wonderfully. It looks great on you. The things that you guys do work, and I love the fact that you do have that team and what you guys can go into, and humor is got to be important, and I'll definitely pray for your continued health on that too, on that front. I pray that things get better for you, for sure. You are a light, you are a sunshine, and I can tell that when the families are in their darkest moments, when you walk in, you're going to be their breath of fresh air and their exhale. Because everybody's been in that point where they just can't breathe, and having someone like you come in and go, all right, I'm not attached to any of this. So we're going to get in here. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to ask you, do you really love it? We really need that. And like you said in your grief blog, having a friend that is not a yes friend or a no friend, but a honest, do you really need this friend, is really important. And when you don't have that friend, you and people like you can be that friend. And if anybody wants to ask questions down below, please do on any of the videos we're going to post, because would you be willing to come back and do another video if we have enough questions?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And I would love to pick your brain on estate planning, because that's a future a thought. And also, I want to hear about your experience on Hoarders. You were on another TV show, am I correct? You were on Hoarders twice, and then another.
No, it's just Hoarders.
Okay. So I would love to hear that, because that's an interesting show. And
Yeah.
from different aspects, people say that they can be hurtful in that kind of instance. But with your background, I can imagine that you helped those people and not just throwing everything away, because that can make your hoarding disorder worse.
Oh, yeah.
So, I want to hear all about that. So
Yeah.
let us know, and so we'll bring you back. Is there anything I didn't ask you or didn't bring up in this instance that you feel that you need to add to our video today?
I am not thinking of anything. It's kind of like my little notes over here was a lot of what I said was, yeah, just tap into your local resources and just find out. Even your senior centers, go in there. If you don't know where to start, go in there and say, hey, where do I find services? They're going to know.
Right. And all the services you mentioned, I'm going to put on my library on my website too, so that caregivers can go there and click on those links as well, plus down below the videos. And you're right. And I love the fact that there is money for cleaning, disorganizing, and downsizing. I knew that AAA's, the Area Agency on Aging's, had assistance for different services for like fixings, handymen, things like that. But I did not know they had that money set aside for that too. So
some of it. I mean,
yes.
with professional organizing, we like I had a brief stint where I was co-owner of another business where we actually had a contract with the area agency, and we did the organization for people, and we were able to get paid through that. But professional organizing, we've been trying to get our own designation as far as being insured, being able to be billed for insurance and that kind of thing. We've just had so many roadblocks in our industry in getting that done. So it is private pay. And so I just want people to be aware. You can be anywhere from typically, $45 an hour, all the way up to $60 to $75 an hour, typically for West Michigan area. And I think it's pretty similar for Detroit too, actually. If you go higher end organizing, yes, it's going to be more per hour, but on average, it is what you get what you pay for. And, when I tell clients, I said, you're just getting all of my knowledge dumped into you as much as you want when you hire me. So, like I said, not all organizers have the background I do. So just, double check and look to see who you're hiring, and make sure that person off of Thumbtack or Angie has some credentials and understands what they're doing and is not going to be not helpful.
Exactly. So going to those big organizations that you mentioned, and then from there fanning out to find out who's local. So, perfect. Well, I love the fact that you're willing to get dirty to get people clean. And I'm so grateful for you and for your time. And thank you so very much. Blessings to you, and prayers continue for your continued health and well-being, and for your company to grow.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
All righty. Thank you so much. I cannot thank Susie for sitting down with me and have this open conversation, this sharing of ideas. And she overwhelmed me with the amount of knowledge that she has. With all the years experience that she has, you can tell that she's learned from every client she's ever helped. And oh my goodness, I am in awe of her. And I pray that I have a new friend in life, because she was truly amazing. I wish you blessings.